There is a house at the end of Graymoor Lane that no one talks about anymore. It still stands. The windows are still there. The front door is still locked. But for reasons no one can fully explain, the street ends before it reaches the house. Mail doesn't get delivered. Streetlights stop working. And if you ask the locals about it, most will pretend they've never heard of Graymoor Lane at all. This story begins nearly 20 years ago. At the time, the house belonged to a man named Daniel Rowe. He lived alone, worked irregular hours, and kept to himself. Neighbors described him as quiet but polite, someone you might nod to in passing, but never really know. That changed one winter night. Daniel Rowe didn't show up for work the next morning. Or the next. His phone went unanswered. When police finally entered the house for a welfare check, they expected to find a man who had fallen ill. Instead, they found something far more unsettling. The house was spotless. No signs of a struggle, no blood, no damage. But Daniel Rowe was gone. His wallet sat on the kitchen table. His car was parked in the driveway. His jacket still hung by the door. It was as if he had stepped outside for a moment and never come back. Police searched the surrounding area for days. Dogs followed his scent to the end of the driveway, then stopped, as if he had vanished into thin air. The case quickly went cold, until something strange happened. 6 months later, a light turned on inside the house. Neighbors noticed it late at night. Just one room, always the same window. Always between midnight and 1 a.m. But when police arrived, the house was dark again. Locked, empty. No one was ever found inside. Then the letters began. They were mailed to the local police station. No return address. Each envelope contained a single sentence, typed neatly on plain paper. He's still here. You didn't look hard enough. The house remembers. Handwriting analysis confirmed the letters were typed on the same machine. But no fingerprints were found. No DNA. Nothing to trace. The letters stopped as suddenly as they began. Years passed. Graymoor Lane slowly faded from memory. The house fell into disrepair. And Daniel Rowe became another unsolved disappearance filed away in a cabinet. Until the renovation crew arrived. A real estate developer had purchased the land, planning to demolish the house. Workers entered the basement on the first day and refused to go back inside. They claimed they heard movement beneath the floor. Not footsteps, not animals. Breathing. Police were called once again. The house was searched from top to bottom. Behind a false wall in the basement, they found a small, sealed room. Inside was an old chair, a table, and a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. The bulb was warm, but the room was empty. No evidence linked the space to Daniel Rowe. No explanation for the letters, no sign of anyone living there. The house was demolished a week later. Today, Graymoor Lane ends at an empty lot. Grass grows where the house once stood. Children ride bikes nearby. Life moved on. But some nights, people swear they see a light, just hovering, low to the ground, exactly where the basement used to be. And when they look away, it's gone. Daniel Rowe was never found. No arrests were made, no suspects identified, no answers given, only a house that disappeared, and a question no one likes to ask out loud. If no one was there, who was turning on the light? Turning on.